Hey everybody, thank you guys for tuning in. We have a few topics to discuss. I wasn't planning on making this video, but I didn't expect to get hit by this bot thing so quickly. And it actually been a problem for years. Even dating back to like 2018 when we knew that something was going on because batches would go so fast. But because I've been gone for a year and I've came back, I haven't really noticed it until this past Saturday, when the earnings, like the way I was getting orders, dropped. So I'm gonna just get into a few topics and we're gonna go from there. But yeah, this weekend has been, not even this weekend, just today it's been crazy. I think I made 144 today, 134 today, and that was over a long period of time. I'll put it at the end of this clip, but that was like hours, and I was already sitting at Costco's for an hour already. I think either between 7 and 8 or 8 to 9, I was sitting there for an hour. No orders, no batches, no nothing. And then when I finally did start getting orders, it was from stores 25 minutes away. Like, no, bro, like what's going on? So something was fishy with that, and then I experienced it firsthand today, of how bad it gets when you're sitting waiting for hours. Because it happened to me twice. After I got my first order at either 8 or 9 o'clock, I think it was closer to 9. I got another order, and it was hours in between. So after that, after the second order, I sat for another maybe hour, and I just went home. I was like, I'm not doing this. So let's get into it. Let's break some things down and really understand what's going on with this. So the first thing I noticed is that most batches, if not all batches, over $50 are gone immediately, like gone. I will get a notification, I will click the app, and as soon as it goes to the Instacart screen, it's gone. Like it doesn't even register. And I was like, well, maybe it's my phone, because over the weekend I've been resetting my phone. I reset the app. I've been deleting apps. Oh, maybe I got too much space, clearing my cache. Everything I could think of to do, to say what's going on. And then we thought, it was the GPS problem. Maybe the GPS thing is messing up and it's giving me, I sit at Costco's and I'll sit at Costco's and I'll get batches from BJ's and vice versa. Like maybe the GPS is messing up because they did have to do 2 updates over the weekend because of when Google services or Google Maps went down and it messed up everything on Android apps. Like all the delivery apps was messed up. But anything over $50, immediately gone. Immediately, unless, and I'll say this because as you guys can see, I posted in my last video my earnings for the week. You guys will see that it was gone. I did get some batches that were over $50, but they was very far and few in between. And the gaps, as you guys can see, are about 2 hours from time that I completed and dropped it off and come back and wait. It's 30-minute waits, 40-minute wait, an hour wait. So anything over $50 is when I really noticed it, which was today. Anything over $50 was gone, unless I was on the app. When I was on the app and I'm able to just accept without even reading, items by units and delivery distance and see if it's even in the correct store. You don't get time to process the information. You're not able to make a informed and calculated decision whether you want to accept something, because it's gone so fast. And it's just very, very frustrating when you have to live like that. That's just no way to have an app set up like that. Especially when you go against a computer who can move at the speed of light, and you're trying to process information. It's a very unfair and non-competitive action that they are allowing to happen, and it's very, very frustrating, especially when you have a market like this where we need to make informed decisions about work we're going to do, especially in this gig economy. We're not allowed to have that informed decision because somebody else is stealing it from us. And we're gonna get into that a little later as well. But it's just you're allowing outside service to have a unfair advantage on you, and you say you care about us. You said you care about us and you care about our safety, but you're allowing this to happen. But we'll get into that a little bit later. Let's go on to the next topic. Instacart contradicts itself because they say that it's not a breach of the terms of service if you participate in using the app, but in the same breath they say that if you use the app, they're gonna try to take measures to deactivate you. So you're creating a conundrum. You can't say in one breath that you're allowed to use the app as long as you're allowed to use a third-party app as long as you're not buying or selling the batches. But that's exactly what the app is doing. You are taking your money, $25 to $35, and paying somebody else to get to get batches for you. So you are paying for a third-party service, which is buying batches. You're buying batches. So you can't say that you're not going to deactivate anybody, or you are it's not breaching the terms of service, because you're absolutely doing that. You're paying somebody else to get early access to batches. But what? No, sir. No. Try again. I also don't know if they're going to be in a rush to fix this problem, because Instacart doesn't really care about us. So at the end of the day, if the batches are getting done, no matter how they're getting done, that's Instacart's main goal, is to get batches done as fast as they can. And we were thinking, as shoppers, hey, they hired 300K people a week or two ago, and now they're gonna hire another 250K. So maybe that's what the influx is, and the app is, the app can't handle whatever the case may be. All these excuses we were making, but now we know that it's coming from a third party, and you guys aren't in a rush to do anything because you're telling us it doesn't breach its terms of service. But then again, you're still getting your batches done. So what's the incentive for Instacart to fix this problem if the batches are getting done, are still getting done, regardless of the fact? So it creates this paradox of, are they going to do the right things for us, or are they going to have to do the right thing because they're going to get the same media attention that they got when the last controversy, I can't remember the full context of it. The last controversy that they had, I don't know, but the batches are getting done regardless. So I don't think they're not gonna be on it to get this rectified. But we'll see, man. We'll see. One of the issues that people aren't really aware of is that when you oversaturate the market with shoppers who are either not qualified or don't produce great customer service, it's going to ruin the experience for customers. There's a lot of customers that actually, as you guys seen in one of my first two videos, that people just throw groceries in a cart, and it's very frustrating, because I always shop for people how I would shop for myself, or how I would want somebody to shop for me. So when you see somebody who's unorganized or who doesn't care about somebody's groceries, you greatly diminish this experience, because as somebody told me, this is a luxury. So you have to treat it as such. But if you have people who aren't qualified, who are having these fake accounts, it not only hurts the business, but it hurts the experience of both shopper and customer. So I think that's something that they need to address. I don't know if they're going to address it as fast as I know we would like, because people are losing money. And it's not like we're losing a little bit of money. Like, I averaged half of what I normally average. Under half, excuse me. I averaged under half. I'm talking $150 to $200 that I missed out today because of this stuff is going on. So it's something that they need to address. Definitely the quality of the experience is just gonna suffer greatly. And I think it's not gonna look good on both ends, especially if this isn't happening with Shipped. If they're not experiencing the same thing, people are gonna use a different delivery service. So I don't know, man. Something's got to change with that. One of the last things, or if not the last thing I'll speak about, is this isn't only happening with Instacart. I know some other YouTubers have touched on the topic. This isn't the only thing. This is the only app I know with. I heard with Amazon Flex is a huge problem because that app is based on schedule and hours. So if you have a third-party app who goes in and takes the hours for other people who's willing to pay for it, it's extremely frustrating. As I said, for me, if I'm waking up at 5 o'clock in the morning to start work at 6 o'clock in the morning and I'm sitting until 9 o'clock because this is happening, it's very frustrating because you're creating a system where people who are doing it legally and doing it the right way are getting screwed because you guys aren't working diligently enough to rectify the situation because your orders are getting done. And that's very, very frustrating. As a human being, we're not able to move that fast. Like, you have to give us time to process information. And if you have a third party who's basically stealing from us, that's exactly what it feels like. I feel like you're stealing from us. It's not happening. Like, it's not. The experience isn't happening as it's supposed to. But I think it may, if this isn't rectified now, this is going to spread, as I've been told. It's going to spread to DoorDash, Uber Eats, all of these other food service apps or delivery apps. It's gonna expand into them, and I think that's when it's gonna become more prevalent. But it becomes frustrating when Instacart knows about this, and then they contradict themselves by saying they care about the safety of us, but also it's not a breach of service. But if they find out that you did it, they deactivate you. So which one is it? You can't have all three. If you care about the safety of people who did it the right way, you have to delete people and deactivate people and punish people for doing something almost illegal. If not very shady. Very shady. Like, that's very disgusting. Honestly, it's a disgusting thing to do. And if you guys aren't going to rectify it, then let us know that. But don't say that you guys care about us and you're working hard to, improve the metrics. If that's the case, then every shift or every time order or after every order, we need to have facial recognition. You guys have the technology. You used to do it in 2018. So why not do it now? Why not put that as the Band-Aid on this gushing wound and have us after every delivery, we verify who we are, or before we walk into the store, or after we accept an order, let us verify who we are, or we can't see batches. Something like you have to do something, because this isn't gonna work. Like, this isn't gonna work, and for you to say that it's not a breach of service is a slap in the face. That's exactly what it feels. It feels like a slap in the face, especially somebody like me who takes pride in things that they're doing. It's very frustrating. So when it's either they rectify it, or they're gonna go to CNN again, or it's gonna spread to other apps. So it's really up to them. But thank you guys for tuning in. I'll definitely want to see you guys' comments and hear what you guys have to say, and see if we can we can come up with some solutions to this, because it's a small issue, but it affects other people in worse ways. Like, when I hear about the women who uses this as her main source of income, and she can't get any batches to support her family, it's heartbreaking, because Instacart allows this to happen because they care about the money that's coming in and not about the work being done. But that's what any large corporations, and that's why all the YouTubers tell you, have more than one income. Like, don't rely on one gig to support yourself, because they don't care about you. They don't care about you. If you're not a customer, if you're not directly paying them, they do not care about you. But that's it for this one. Until Wednesday, we'll see what's going on tomorrow. Hopefully it's not the same thing that's going on today, because today was not a good day on multiple fronts. But we're gonna try to make the best of it tomorrow. We're gonna start off fresh. All right, later, guys.